Hi guys and welcome to today's video, and as you can probably tell by the title, I'm doing my third update on my Project Pan series. If you're completely new to my channel and have no idea what I'm talking about, I've made 3 previous videos now. I've done an introduction to the Project Pan and then I've also done 2 other updates, so I'll link those down below if you want to catch up before you watch this video, because some of it might not make sense as to why I'm doing it and what products I might have changed along the way. In those videos I tell you how far I've got with a product, if I've changed it for something new and things like that. So I'd recommend watching those ones first, but if you've already watched them and you're coming on to this video to see my latest progress, then welcome. I'm super excited to update you. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've actually sat down and talked about my Project Pan series and how it's going and the products that I've used up, and I feel like I've got so much progression to show you because of that. It's one of those things that honestly, whilst I've been pregnant, I just forget to film things. Like, I had like a list of all the Project Pans and I was keeping track of it. I swear the day that I found out I was pregnant, like my mind turned to mush. But I've actually got my act together now. I've got my products ready to show you and show you how much progress I'm making. And again, if I've finished any products and I'm adding anything new in, then I'll kind of tell you in this video. My mission is to try and use as many products as I can this year. I have no idea how many products I'm going to kind of finish with in 2018. I've never done a Project Pan before, but I feel like that's quite good because I'm learning with you guys, and you know, this is totally new. I have no idea really what I'm doing other than the fact that I want to kind of rinse my makeup collection down a bit. I'm also doing a no buy this year, which means I'm not buying any makeup products at all. I'll link the video to that above if you haven't watched that as well. There's so many different videos getting to this point, but I'm super excited to show you the progress, so I'm going to stop rambling now and let's get onto it. So there's no particular order to the way that I'm picking these products up. I'm just going to pick something up and talk about it and tell you how much progress I've made, or if I haven't made as much progress as I thought I would, and things like that. Each product is so different, so do bear with me. But I'm starting on a really positive note, and this is another face powder that I have almost finished. In my last update, I showed you that I finished my Hourglass Diffuse Light Powder. That was a powder that I didn't really like, but I was using to use it up because I spent a lot of money on it and I'm a bit of a makeup hoarder. So I need to start using the products that I've spent a lot of money on, and it kind of made me realise using it that it wasn't worth the hype. So I replaced that with the MAC Studio Care Blend Press Powder in the shade Light. When I showed you this powder beforehand, there were no dents in it, there were no panning in it, but now, look at that pan. I have made hefty progress on this, and this is because I honestly use this daily. I've not used another powder since. If for any reason I've not been able to find this, I've used an alternative powder, but 9 times out of 10 I have used this, and I use face powder quite liberally because I do get really oily skin, so I rely on it quite a lot to actually keep my skin looking quite matte. I'm probably saying that and I'm looking quite kind of dewy at the moment, but I really do rely on face powder so much, and that's just a testament to how much of this product I have used. So I was super excited when I saw Pan on this, and ever since I hit Pan, it's just been going and going really, really quickly. And I think that, I don't know if I'm alone on this, but when I actually hit Pan on powder products, I feel like it just grows so much quicker. But yeah, really excited to show you that, and I'll probably have this finished by my next update. So another MAC product that I'm currently trying to pan is this MAC Fix Plus. I mentioned in my last video that I finished off my Gerard Cosmetics setting spray and I moved on to this one. It was already down to here, so I'd used it about halfway and presumably just put it in my drawer and forgot about it. So since then I've used probably another quarter, so there's a quarter left in the product. I have added some vanilla pigment to it as well to give it that kind of glowy, iconic London look. But you don't really notice it when you put it on. But yeah, I've used another quarter of this, so hopefully by my next update I would have finished this off. It's one of those things that have been really nice in the summer to use, but I try not to use too much because it can make my makeup look quite dewy and even slightly greasy. But it is good, like if you mix it on a beauty blender and like pat it into your foundation if it's looking a little bit cakey and things like that. So that's a progression on this one. This is a product that I've pretty much finished off. I've tried to scrape the sides and there is literally like nothing really left in it. I've really done my best to get as much out of it as I possibly can. And this is the Max Factor Face Affinity All Day Flawless 3-in-1 Foundation. I've reviewed this in full on my channel, so if you want to see how I got on with it, then definitely watch that video. I'll leave it linked above and in the description box down below. Really enjoyed using this. It's a really good drugstore foundation. I'm pleased it's used up because it had more of a pink tint to it. I prefer more yellow based foundations, but actually in terms of the way it lasted and the quality and things like that, it was really, really good. So I would recommend it if you're looking for a kind of cheaper alternative foundation. If you like things like high-end ones, I would say that this is really similar to my Estee Lauder Double Wear, just not as good. Like, that is my favourite foundation, but it is quite comparable. It's just if you can get a shade that matches you, then this is great. But yeah, definitely finish this off. Like, I've scraped and scraped as much as I can. I'm sure that I can get like a straw in it and get like the last drabs of it. But I've got so many different foundations to use up, so I'm going to actually move on to another one. So the foundation that I'm moving on to and going to try and pan this time around is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now, I got this when I was in Florida, and so it's not that old. It's one of my newer foundations in my collection, but it's one that I don't love, and so I haven't really used it as much as I really should. So I'm just putting this in the limelight just because it costs quite a lot. It was quite an expensive foundation, and because I don't really love it, I would rather just use it up and try and make it work for myself. So this, I think, is about 3/4 full. I've used bits of it because when I first got it I thought it was amazing, and then realised that I actually hated it. But yeah, I'm going to try and get through this one, so I'll keep you updated. It's kind of like a glassy bottle, but I can kind of see through it. And yeah, there is about 3/4 of the product left. So I'll keep you updated on how I get on with it. It is quite a light colour, so it's good in the winter, but in the summer I can mix it with like darkening drops and make it work for myself. So yeah, that's my next one that I'm trying to get rid of. On the subject of Face Affinity products from Max Factor, this is their primer. Now, I thought I would actually finish this off by this update, but I've not really used it as much because it's been so hot in the UK over the past couple of months. I've just found that this can almost be too moisturising and actually encourage my face to get a little bit greasier and oilier throughout the day. So I have actually opted for my other priming product, which I'll talk about in a moment. But with that in mind, I was up to here. There was a previous marking there, and now I'm down to here. So there is still a little bit left, but not loads. I've definitely not used as much as I thought I would, but that is because of the weather. Now it's going just as horrible as it was before, so I'll probably get more use out of this now that it's a bit more grey outside and my skin is returning to like normal levels. But yeah, hopefully I will finish this off by the next time. I do really like it, and this goes really well with the foundation that I've used up. So I'll try it with the Too Faced one and see if it works just as well. But yeah, that's the progress on that. Definitely not that much to go. Now, this is a product that I have used so much of, and I probably expected to use a concealer quite quickly, but it's only until you use something daily do you realise actually how much of that product you need. So like, for example, with foundations, they last for months, whereas concealers, they don't last as long. It really gives you an understanding when you do Project Pan just how long like products themselves actually last. And I know that I have a collection of makeup that will probably last me 10 years and I probably wouldn't have to buy most things, but concealer is one that I get through really, really quickly. So in my last update, I finished the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. That really didn't last me that long. I think I get about 3 to 4 weeks worth of use out of each kind of pot of concealer. Whereas with this, this is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And when I started panning this the last time around in my last update, I was up to here. So it was just under full. And now I've got only this much left. So that's probably about a fifth. I get through this really, really quickly. I love this concealer so much. It can be a little bit heavy if you put too much on. But if you're quite gentle with it, I love using just like, I squeeze like literally one bit out and it's enough to do both on my under eyes, which is really good, and that just means that I'll get a lot of use out of it, and it goes a long way and it's so full coverage. I do love this. It's one of those like OG products that I really, really love. So whilst this is quite an expensive concealer, it's definitely one that I would repurchase if I could buy makeup again, and it really shows the value of each product just by how long you actually get out of it. I keep it in this packaging just because it is a glass product and it can break quite easily. I've seen so many horror stories of people dropping them or them getting smashed in makeup bags. I feel like this has really protected it and helped it last. But yeah, love it so much. It's in the shade NC15 if you're interested. But yeah, absolutely love this concealer, and I'm going to be gutted when this finishes. So this is one of these products that I never realised how much I would use until I started using it like daily. I don't use any other eyebrow product other than this, and I've really grown to love it. I didn't used to use it as much as I thought I would, but when I forced myself to actually use it, I've pretty much almost finished it. I've still got probably a couple of months worth of product in here, but I'm actually going to finish this off this year, and it's so cool to actually see that. So I'm talking about the Freedom Eyebrow Pomade in the shade Taupe. I mentioned this before, but Freedom as a brand don't exist anymore because Makeup Revolution have kind of merged their sister companies into one. And I'm not too sure if they've also released a taupe colour, but I know this product has been discontinued for a while, which is really annoying. But again, I would probably have not used it because I know that it's been discontinued and I wouldn't have wanted to have used it on my channel. But for me, this is a perfect colour, and if it's been discontinued, then why not use it up and get it out of my collection instead of just sitting there and collecting dust. I've had a Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade that has gone really manky, so with this I really wanted to use it up and just get like ultimate use out of it, and this was only like a £5, and it's literally lasted me all year since I started the Project Pan in February, I think. So yeah, that is how it's looking now. Really excited to use this up. Hopefully I'll have used it up by my next update, but if not, I'll definitely have finished it by the end of the year. But yeah, really pleased with that. I'm super chuffed. It's one of those products that you just don't think that you're going to use. When I first started Project Panning, I didn't make that much progress on it. Yeah, super excited by that. So I mentioned when I was talking about the Max Factor primer that there was another primer that I really liked, and I've actually used a little bit more over the last couple of months because it has been so hot. Like I mentioned, we've had a bit of a heat wave in the UK and it's been like freakishly nice weather. So because of that, I've needed something that will help my oils and prevent me looking like greasy throughout the day. And you know, when you're getting hot and sweaty, like it does not help. So my last update, you can't really tell, but I was up to here. So I had probably about a third of the product left. I'm now down to here, which considering how much of the product I feel like I've used, that's not a lot. But then that's also good because it will last me a little bit longer. I know that I'm going to get through this because I do love it so much. It's feeling super light now as well. The packaging is really opaque, so you can't actually see how much product is left. But when you take out the actual thing, you can actually gauge by how little is left in there, which is cool. But yeah, I've probably got about a quarter left, if even that. So not a lot left to go through. Really have been enjoying wearing this underneath foundation, and it's really helped my skin just feel a little bit better, and it has really helped with my oils. So if you are oily and you're struggling to actually keep your oils at bay, then the oil control lotion from MAC is so good. You can get a little miniature 30ml one for £10. This was like over double the price, but you got less product in it, so I'd say get the little one, see if it worked for you, and then go from there. But yeah, really have been enjoying this. Not much of it left to go at all, so almost another empty for you. So this has been the real bugbearer of my Project Pan. This is a product that I have not liked using at all, and I'm back talking about it again today. It's a Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Foundation. It's a really full coverage thick foundation, and like I've said, the last couple of months have been so hot that you just don't want to wear a thick foundation. You want to wear something that's quite light and breathable, especially when your face is just so like hot and bothered. But that said, I put a picture of this on my Instagram like after my last update because I was just so disheartened by how little progress I'd made, and I was just getting fed up with it, and I was just like having a bit of a like Instagram rant where I was just like, I just hate this product, I really want to use it up but I can't because I don't know how to make it work for me. And a really lovely follower of mine just said, why don't you mix it with moisturiser, and in that way it will thin it out, it'll make it a little bit less thick, but it'll make it more comfortable and also moisturising. So I thought that's actually a genius idea. I've heard of people doing that before, and I think I had like thought to do that before, but I just never did. So when I saw her comment, I was like, yes, I'm going to try it. And I've gone from about here in the product, which I've marked off from my last update. I'm now down to here. So frustratingly, still not finished, but honestly, just a little tiny bit. Not that much at all. So yeah, I'm gonna try and use this up for my next update. If I don't, then I think I'm just gonna have to like throw it, but it'll be such a waste to have used all of that product and not have finished it off. So I think I'm just gonna continue mixing it with moisturiser. I use my Palmer's Day Cream and I just use a little bit of that, and then I squeeze a tiny bit of this on. You don't need a lot, but then obviously it will just mix with the pigment of the foundation. And I found it's really worked really nicely. The only thing is I've had to powder it quite a lot because it's obviously quite dewy. So that's why I've used so much powder. But yeah, I am almost finished, thank goodness. So we'll see how that continues to go. But I can't wait for this to be go and over. I will never repurchase this again. It's taught me that I really don't like thick foundations. I thought that I had, or I did, but no, I don't. So this can go. I just need to use it up. I'm so close. So yeah, that's how that one's going. So this is another product that I thought that I'd use a bit more over the summer, but I just really haven't. And this is the Mary Luminizer highlighter. You can see pan on here, but this is probably the same amount of pan that was on my last update. I just don't use it very much. I think because I get so oily, if I put too much highlighter on, I look greasy quite quickly. I found that when I put too much of this on, like just day to day, my natural oils can sometimes look a little bit glowy to start off with, and I can get away with them for a little bit. But when I have this on straight away, when they start coming through, it just looks horrible. So we'll see how this continues to go. I mean, I like using it when I'm like going out for the night or I'm doing something specific in the day, like if I'm going to an event or a party or something like that. But I don't go to a lot of events or parties because I'm pregnant and I can't drink, and you just don't get glammed up like you used to. So I'm not using this as much as I thought I would, which is really annoying. It's a shame because it's such a gorgeous colour. Like, there's a reason why everyone loved this. It was so gorgeous and it looks so nice on the skin, but it just doesn't stay looking nice. So I just don't wear it because I think I don't want to ruin my base makeup with a bit of highlighter if I look a little bit silly. So I probably don't use highlighter as much as I thought I did, which is annoying because I have like a drawer full of highlighters. But it's one of those things that the good thing by doing Project Pan is that you learn so much about yourself and about the products that you're using. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. Nothing really else to draw on. I would love to say that I hope to see more progress, but I probably won't. It's just a product I just don't really use, and I have so many highlighters, so I'm probably going to go through them and give some to friends and my sister, family members and things like that, because there's no point in having products that you're not going to use and then them just go bad. So that's taught me that I don't use highlighters as much as I thought I would. So that's a good takeaway from this, but it's such a shame because another product that looks like I've made no progress on, but it's because I use literally the tiniest amount of product that I just don't think I'm ever going to see an actual like pan or a dent in this product. This is the MAC blush in the shade, I feel like this was Blush Baby, but it's really kind of like rubbed away. I'm sure it was, but yeah, Blush Baby. But yeah, gorgeous blush. I really like it. I use blush almost every day. I put like literally I dab my brush so lightly in it and I put it on my cheeks. It looks great. It gives me a really healthy glow. But it just doesn't show any product's been used. And I think because it is so pigmented, that you just do not need a lot at all. My skin is very fair, so I don't need a lot for it to show up. I feel like if you had darker skin, you could go a little bit more liberal with it. But for me, I literally just use like a dusting of it and just like put it over my cheeks really lightly and then I'm done. So even though I've used this daily, it looks no different to my last update. I swear I've used it, but I would just love to know how long it takes to pan a MAC blush, because I feel like I've been doing this for the whole year and I've seen no progress at all. Which again, I have like a drawer full of blushes, which is silly because they probably would last me about 10,000 years. I have so many other MAC blushes that I've bought that I obviously don't wear. And yeah, by focusing on one, it really shows you that the life of a product is so much more than you think it's going to be. So yeah, crazy. I just don't think this is ever going to end. Do let me know if you've ever panned a MAC blush. Let me know how long it's taken you, because how is there still this much product? Great value for money, but not when you want to pan something and kind of get rid of it and go through your collection. And I have blushes that are like so much bigger in size, so that's petrifying. But yeah, that's the progress on that bad boy. So there's only a couple more products to show you. I swear that I've added so many products into this project pan, but it's because I really wanted to use up as much as possible, and obviously I've added a few things along the way. This is another really exciting product. I mentioned in my last update that I had started to hit pan it. There was a tiny little circle of pan, and I was like rejoicing because it was just like so exciting, because again I thought that this was a product like the MAC blush that I would just never ever see an end to. But ever since I hit pan, this product has gone really quickly and the pan size has grown so much more. This is the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and there is significant pan in the bottom there. Really love using this. I use this daily, like I use it to contour and I warm up my face and my body if I need to, and I really like it. It just makes me think, why did I not really use this before? Because I added this in because it was just a neglected product, but really have been enjoying it. Again, I've got so many other bronzers and it's made me realise that I just don't need that many bronzers because this has lasted me months. That's how much I've used, and I'm just really excited to use more of it up. Hopefully by my next update I'll have like a huge pan on it, and imagine actually finishing a bronzer. I just feel like that would give me so much excitement, and it's crazy how finishing products makes you feel this excited when you're doing a project pan. I'm sad, I know, but it is so exciting. So give this video a thumbs up if you also get excited by like little pans, because it's so satisfying. I love it. So there's just 2 more products to talk about, and I'm also adding in a final product. So I thought I'd just talk you through kind of why I'm adding that in, etc, etc. So the second from last product that I think I've like almost finished this. It's really hard to tell. It's a Benefit Gimme Brow. I really enjoy using this. I use it to like, before I put the pomade in my brows, I use this to brush my brows up, give it a really light coating of colour. I then put the Dip Brow Pomade over it, the Freedom one that I've been using up, and then I'll go in with this just to add like final bits of texture into my brows and just give it a bit more oomph. But I've really been enjoying this, use this so much. Because of the packaging, you just can't tell how much you've got left, but it's beginning to get a little bit more sparse when I do kind of go like that with the brush, so I presume that that's a sign that it's beginning to use up, which is exciting. But yeah, I really have been enjoying this. Love the fact that I'm trying to use it up because, again, one of these lasts so long, you just don't realise it when you buy it. So really have been enjoying that, and not that long to go on this one, I don't think. So another product, and this is the final product that I've had in my series ever since from the start, and this looks like I've made no progress, and half of that reason is because I think the product itself is just a little bit too dark for me to actually wear. I'm a little bit tanned if you can't tell, so this is actually working for me okay at the moment, but I do only use it over specific spots. I don't use this like under my eyes or anything. This is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW20. Really wish I just bought this in a lighter colour. I don't know why I went for NW20. It's not my shade at all. I've never bought anything in MAC that's NW20. Normally I go for NC15 because it's a lighter shade. I'd say my foundation shade is NC20, but I always go lighter for concealer. It's just not a product I go to. It's quite thick. It's good if you're like going out for the day, but for work I just don't bother with products that are this thick. So not that much progress again. I'm really disappointed that I haven't, because I feel like I'm so close to hitting pan in the middle. I've really like dug my brush, and every time I use it I try to dig in because it literally goes to the bottom of this product, which is insane. It lasts so long. But yeah, this is a product that I'd like to at least hit pan on at the end of the year. I don't think I'll finish it off. That's going to be a bit unrealistic, but to actually hit pan would be really good. So those are products that are in my project pan. There are 2 products that I'm missing out. That's the Velvet Teddy lipstick by MAC. I just don't know where that's gone. I think I put it in a handbag, or, you know, I put it in a bag to go out somewhere because I've been using it, and I just have no idea where it's gone or what bag it's in or whatever. So there's that obviously I've just not made any progress on because I can't remember the last time I've used it, but I will try and find it and add it in my next update. And there was also a contour stick which was like darker on one side and lighter on the other. I feel like I might have left that at a friend's house when I've stayed over, because I remember having it then, but I don't remember having it after then. But I have no idea. That's another one that's just kind of got lost with time. If I do find it again, I will continue to pan it, but no idea where it's gone. So to end this really long video, I'm so sorry. If you're still with me, then thank you so much for sticking around. I am adding in this mascara, and this is a MAC Instacurl Lash Mascara. Rich got me this for Christmas and I love this mascara so much. It's one of those that it's like the wand, but you can turn it and it kind of goes up and you can really get into your lashes and it lifts them so well. The reason why I'm adding this to my project pan now is because I wear eyelash extensions all the time. I do my own at home and I've made a video all about that if you want to like learn how I do them. But by doing them myself, I feel like I need to give my eyelashes a bit of a break. I've had them probably on all year, so I just want to give my eyelashes time to breathe. My eyelashes grow quite quickly because I'm currently pregnant and I'm taking all these vitamins. So I thought I'd just make the most of that time to actually help get my lashes back and just make sure they're as full as they can be, because I feel like eyelash extensions, no matter how careful you are, you know, they weigh them down and they become a little bit more flat, and you know, some may shed, some may not grow back straight away. So I've had them off for literally like a couple of days now. So I thought by adding a mascara in, it will make me determined to actually finish off the mascara and not be tempted to put eyelash extensions back on, because I just want to stay away from them for a couple of months and just let my eyelashes grow back to their full potential, get them back to how they were, and then I can just kind of reevaluate then if I want to do them again. But yeah, I thought I'd add this in and just use basically a mascara up. I have so many mascaras and I've not used them because I have had eyelash extensions for so long. So some of them are beginning to dry out a bit. I've had this since Christmas, but I've really not used it at all. So I'd rather not waste it. I would just rather get some actual use out of it. And then, like, mascaras you shouldn't keep open for too long, but because I've only used this like once before, I thought I'd add it in and actually use it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this has been like a really lengthy video, but I really want to talk about all the products and the progress that I've made and how far I've got with them. I really hope that you've enjoyed it too. I've really enjoyed like continuing to pan the products, and like I've said, it really helps you to get an insight on how long products last and how many products you really don't need. Like, honestly, my makeup collection is ridiculous, and I just don't need half the stuff that I've got, because things that literally last me forever. Why have I got like 30 blushes in my drawer when one has lasted me like all year, not even a dent in it? So that's probably going to last me like 10 years. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and comment down below if you're doing project pan videos, what products you're panning, all things like that. I just want to know as much as possible, and if you do make your own videos, leave them down below so I can watch them too. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!